Hey everyone, this is Fiona. In this video, we're going to do a cleaning out of the center of head space. So a lot of us spend most of our day in our head, analyzing, thinking, all that stuff. So a good thing to do is to clean out the center of your head, just because it tends to just kind of collect a lot of energy, and also it prevents us from being in our bodies. So let's just start off by taking 3 deep breaths. And you can start by creating a grounding cord from the base of your spine down to the center of the planet. And this is just going to, it's almost like a garbage disposal. So all the energy is just going, all the energy that's not yours is just going to be dropped right down your grounding cord, down to the center of the planet. Just a powerful recycling area. And we function the best when we're running our own life force energy, not when we have other people's energies in our space. So let's bring our attention up to our center of head. And the way we can do this is by the finger poke test. So you can poke a line kind of right above your ear, and you're basically finding where this line and this line meet. And that's the center of your head. And that's where you want to kind of focus your attention there. So most people have a very forward type of energy. It's like sometimes they'll have their energy kind of up here, and you want to bring your energy back. So it's back here. So maybe step 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches back into the center of your head. It's like the center of head is where you are in your third eye. You're in your space. You're in charge. You're kind of running, I guess, running your whole body. So you don't want other energies in there. You want to be clear. And you can kind of just look at the space in the center of your head. Is it crowded? Does it have a lot of energy in there? Does it look dusty? Are there cobwebs? Is it dark in there? Is it light in there? So once you just notice what's going on without judgment, you can see a trap door. And this trap door is where all the energy that's not yours, all that foreign energy, is going to go down that trap door. And from that trap door, there's going to be a grounding cord that connects to your main grounding cord. So once you find that trap door, you can kind of postulate, imagine all that energy kind of going down that trap door. And it could be anything. It could be a hose, it could be a tree trunk, it could be a chain of flowers, anything, just as long as it's able to release the energy that's in the center of your head. And you want to remember to breathe into your body as you're doing this. There's no rush, there's no hurry. And if you're having trouble with this, you can also see a sticky rose. So it's like you could postulate a rose, and it's a golden rose, and it's going to collect all the energy. It's almost like it's like a sponge, and it's just going to soak up all the energy in the center of your head space. And if you want to use your hand to kind of help you kind of clear out the space, you could do that. It's just that a lot of energy gets caught up in the center of our head. People that talk to us, they tend to kind of put their ideas in your space. It could be from like a piano teacher or something like that, or a teacher in general. So you can kind of just be in amusement, looking at all this energy, whatever's lighting up. I remember when I first started at BPI, I used to have like a lot of people in the center of my head. So it was like, you'd have like a whole school bus just kind of driving out of the center of my head, just because it was just so many people talking. And another thing you can do is you can kind of postulate a golden tidal wave of energy just kind of going through the center of your head. So that's another thing that's really powerful, is just a golden tidal wave of energy, and that's just going to clear out all the gunk, all the energy that's not yours, anything that's just not, doesn't feel like it's your highest vibration. Just don't be afraid to get rid of it, to let it go down that grounding cord. And once you start to clear out your center of head space, you can actually, this is when you can start to reset the energy. So kind of part of using psychic tools is that you can destroy things, you can also recreate things. You know, like destroying and recreating roses. We call that blowing roses. Well, now we've let go of the energy in the center of our head, and just check and see where your attention is. And you might need to do the finger poke test just to kind of make sure you're in the center of your head. It's very helpful when you're like doing psychic readings and stuff like that, just to be in the center of your head. And so once we are looking at the center of our head, clean space. It doesn't need to be perfect. Always have amusement. It doesn't need to be perfect. And this is a constant thing. You will be continually clearing out the center of your head. And it will be easier the more you do it, the more you focus on it. But in the beginning, it's usually, there's a lot of stuff in the center of people's heads just because they're not used to cleaning up that area energetically. So once you have the center of your head space cleared, you can recreate it. So how do you want to be in the center of your head? Do you want a couch in there? Do you want a hammock? Do you want a chair? Do you want to be like a space station? Do you want like a magic carpet kind of floating? Yeah, I always like to have it kind of like a nice, comfy, cozy chair just right in the center of my head. That's where I'm kind of hanging out. That's where I'm in charge of my space. And I don't have to let people in the center of my head. People sometimes want to get in the center of your head because they want answers. They want to know something. So they'll try to get in the center of your head, and you can assert those boundaries and say, get out of my space. Or just do this clearing of energy. Yeah, and another thing you can do is you can bring in a golden sun right into the center of your head. So rubbing your hands together, then reaching your hands above your head, creating a golden sun with a magnet in the middle, and it's calling back all your energy from wherever you left it, from people you talked to, from your work, from your drive, from online. It is calling all that energy, and once it's full, you can bring that energy into the center of your head. And just feel it kind of resetting the energy, filling it up with life force, calling back your energy to the center of your head. And remember, you can never bring in too many golden suns. Golden suns are kind of like refilling your space with your energy. Yeah, bring in as many golden suns as you need to. All right, thank you for joining me. This video was about clearing out the center of your head and also kind of setting the energy of that space. Thanks for watching.